Kicking things off, we have the third installment of what is, in my opinion, one of the best mystery franchises out there, Wake Up Dead Man, a Knives Out mystery. Detective Benoit Blanc, played by the one and only Daniel Craig, is back, and this time he's trading lavish estates for a small-town church. The setup is a classic impossible crime. A Monsignor is found dead under some seriously suspicious circumstances, and it's up to Blanc to figure out if he's dealing with a miracle or just good old-fashioned murder. Rian Johnson is back in the director's chair, which is all you really need to know to get hyped. The man knows how to craft a whodunit that's as clever as it is entertaining. We've also got absolute killer lineup. We're talking Josh O'Connor, Glenn Close, Josh Brolin, Mila Kunis, Jeremy Renner, literally a murderer's row of talent.
Here's what's gonna happen. Benoit frickin' Blanc and I are gonna ask you all some questions, and you're gonna answer them. We're gonna get to the bottom of who killed Monsignor Wicks and why, and then that's it.
Now, who wants to go first?
What I'm most stoked about is the vibe. Johnson is promising a dark, gothic atmosphere, blending his signature witty humor with some heavy themes about faith and redemption. Now, after the wild ride that was Glass Onion, there's a chance the plot could get a little too convoluted. Johnson loves his twists, but sometimes they can feel like a puzzle box inside a puzzle box, and my only real worry is whether it can stick the landing after two bangers. Still, for fans of a brilliantly crafted mystery with an all-star cast, this is an absolute must-watch. It's hitting theaters in November 26, 2025, before landing on Netflix in December 12th, and you can bet I'll be there on opening night. Coming in next is a movie I've been hyped for since it was announced, The Woman in Cabin 10. The setup is pure classic suspense. You've got Keira Knightley as a journalist on a luxury cruise who is absolutely convinced she witnessed a body being thrown overboard. The problem is, every single passenger and crew member is accounted for. No one believes her, and she starts to question her own sanity. This is a psychological thriller playground, and Knightley is in her element playing these tense, paranoid characters. The cast around her is just stacked. We're talking Guy Pearce, the amazing Hannah Waddingham, and Gugu Mbatha-Raw. Director Simon Stone is a pro at creating claustrophobic, high-tension drama, and setting it on a boat in the middle of the ocean is just a recipe for a white-knuckle ride.
There wasn't a body in the water.
Something in your eyes.
I am not imagining this.
Something in your smile.
Listen to yourself!
Now, of course, this is based on a massive bestseller, so the pressure is on to get it right. Adapting a book that relies so heavily on the main character's internal paranoia can be tricky on screen, and I'm hoping it doesn't fall back on cheap tricks and really nails that sense of isolation and gaslighting. If you love a good locked room mystery that will keep you guessing until the very end, mark your calendar for October 10th. Alright, next we have the psychological thriller Ballad of a Small Player. You've got Colin Farrell as a high-stakes gambler drowning in debt and booze, hiding out in the neon-soaked underworld of Macau. That right there is Farrell in his sweet spot, playing desperate, broken men on the edge. He runs into a mysterious casino worker played by the one and only Tilda Swinton, who might be his only hope, but a PI is closing in to make him answer for his past. The director is Edward Berger, who gave us the stunningly brutal All Quiet on the Western Front, and we all know he can build an intense, suffocating atmosphere. And dropping that talent into a story where reality itself starts to blur for a man about to lose everything sounds like a perfect match.
The realm of the hungry ghosts is for people driven by greed.
This feels like it's going to be a slick, stylish, and deeply unsettling descent into madness. The only potential pitfall with these what is real type of thrillers is that they can sometimes get too clever for their own good and end up feeling confusing instead of compelling. But with this cast and director, I'm betting on a sophisticated, character-driven neo-noir. It sounds like the grimy, high-anxiety gambling of Uncut Gems, mixed with the moody, atmospheric cool of a Michael Mann film. For fans of smart, stylish thrillers that dig deep into a character's psyche, this looks like an absolute jackpot. On our next pick, we have the apocalyptic political thriller A House of Dynamite. And get this, it's directed by the absolute legend, Catherine Bigelow. The premise alone is enough to give you a heart attack. An unidentified nuclear missile is launched towards Chicago, and the White House has minutes to figure out who did it and how to respond without starting World War III. This is Bigelow in her sweet spot, something like the unbearable tension of Zero Dark 30 and The Hurt Locker, but condensed into a single, ticking clock nightmare in the Situation Room. As for the cast, we've got Idris Elba, Rebecca Ferguson, Jared Harris, the list goes on. This isn't just going to be an action flick, it's going to be an intelligent, high-stakes political chess match, where every move could be the last one humanity ever makes.
If we do not take steps to neutralize our enemies now, we will lose our window to do so.
If we get this wrong, none of us are going to be alive tomorrow.
The big challenge for a film like this is to not get lost in all the military and political jargon. You need that human element to anchor the chaos, but if anyone can do it, it's Bigelow. I'm expecting this to feel like Dr. Strangelove played dead serious, with the claustrophobia of Failsafe and the modern, breakneck pacing of a show like Jack Ryan. For anyone who loves a smart, intense thriller that will leave your nerves completely frayed, A House of Dynamite looks like it's going to be an absolute explosion of cinematic brilliance. Okay, now for the one I've personally been waiting decades for, Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein. Yeah, you heard me. The master of monsters, the king of gothic romance, is finally tackling Mary Shelley's masterpiece. And this isn't just another movie for him. This is his passion project. The story is a classic we all know and love. The brilliant but wildly arrogant scientist Victor Frankenstein plays God and creates a living being from dead tissue, unleashing a tragedy that ruins them both.
In seeking life, I created death.
Let's just talk about the sheer perfection of this combination. Del Toro's entire career has been building to this. His ability to find the beauty in the monstrous and the humanity in the grotesque is second to none, and this film is going to be an absolute feast for the eyes and the heart. The cast is a total gem. Oscar Isaac as the egotistical Victor is perfect casting, and Jacob Elordi, fresh off Saltburn, is taking on the massive role of the creature. With Mia Goth also in the mix, you know the horror cred is legit. Now hear me out, I feel the only potential hurdle here is originality. We've seen Frankenstein a million times, so Del Toro's biggest challenge is making it feel fresh. And knowing his style, expect a slow burn. This won't be a jump scare a minute flick, it's going to be a dark, moody, and deeply philosophical character study. For anyone who just wants a simple monster movie, this might not be for you. But for fans of visually stunning, emotionally rich gothic horror, this is going to be the event of the year. It's getting a limited theatrical run on October 17th before its global Netflix release on November 7th, 2025. So there you have it, folks. 7 heavyweight thrillers coming to knock us out in 2025 on Netflix. I seriously can't decide which one I'm more hyped for, but you guys should drop a comment below and let me know which one you'll be watching first. And hey, if you love getting the scoop on flicks like these, do me a solid and smash that subscribe button and ring the bell so you don't miss the next one. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.